All right, good morning from Connecticut. We're gonna do a little yard slash garden tour today. It is, we have heat advisories all this week. Today's Tuesday. I was out in the garden this morning watering at like 6. Asian pear tree is looking fabulous. As you could see, she is loaded. Just looking for a way to keep the squirrels away this year. Also, the peach tree also loaded. We did get some cherries off the cherry tree this year, a couple handfuls, so super exciting. But this lazy ass plum tree still has done nothing. I mean, it's a gorgeous tree, but no fruit to date. This is the little sitting area that we have for the Airbnb guests. They have their own fire pit, they have a grill, hammock, and then this pear tree was actually here when we bought the house originally, and over the years we've kind of trimmed it up, and look at that, we're gonna get some pears. All right, so here's a view of the garden. We have also huge blackberry bushes over here. I mean, last year I got 25 gallons of blackberries off these bushes. Some June berries, yet to produce fruit. I'm gonna give them one more year, and if nothing's going on next year, they're gonna get replaced. Then over here, a good friend of mine gave me this black currant bush. I planted it last year, but as you can see, I probably planted it in the wrong spot because it's completely shaded by the lazy plum. Then going over here, this beauty in the front is actually a hazelnut bush. There is no pollinator, so we don't get any hazelnuts, but it is, I mean, look at the way the trunk is all like, this is one of my favorite trees in the yard. Again, even though it doesn't produce fruit, I just feel like this trunk is just absolutely gorgeous, and I love to put the hammock over here and then sit underneath. We have 3 apple trees over here. 2 of the 3 have fruit this year. This one does not. This one over here has got some fruit on it. You can see. Again, we don't spray. So yeah, there's going to be bug damage on this fruit, but you know, my husband always says if the bugs don't want to eat it, neither do I. And then this apple tree also has, oh, here we go, has some apples on it. I can't remember which is which. I know I planted a Yellow Delicious, and I also planted a, a Granny Smith. Oh, this guy's hiding all the fruit. But I don't know what the third one is. And this pear tree, we never pruned it properly, so it doesn't produce any fruit. We'll go around the back of the garden. You can see this is where my hives are. I currently have 3 that have bees. You know, unfortunately, with the super hot weather that we've had, and then with all the rain, I did have a couple swarms, so unsure what the honey harvest is going to be like this year, but that's the hives. And then you can see the garden from the side. So let's go around front and I'll bring in the garden. All right. So, I mean, again, we've had some pretty crazy weather. It is New England, so that's to be expected. We've had a lot of rain this season, and now we have some record temps. There we go. So now you can see this is my garden. Over here, we plant a lot of, my husband is Thai, so we plant a lot of Thai vegetables too. We have Chinese water spinach, or in Thai they call it pak bung. Got some snap peas growing up the trellis here. I'm hungry. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Snacking in the garden. Chinese broccoli, I think it's a little bit tired of this heat. It's going to flower. Got some blueberry bushes here. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really done anything to protect them because we don't get a lot of blueberries anyway once they get a little bigger and the harvest is worth saving. I'll do some kind of like wooden barrier. But in the meantime, I mean, if there's 2 dozen berries and the birds want to eat them, be my guest. Oh, this lettuce bed is looking sleepy. Got some lettuce over here. This has got to be one of my favorite garden vegetables, and I feel like it's the biggest difference for me, like eating it from my own garden as opposed to buying them at the store. So this bed is 3 different kinds of beans. Contender beans, there's yellow beans, and there's burgundy beans. My grandsons helped me plant this. You can see there's little baby beans on there. So we'll be eating beans from the garden, I'd say a week, if even. This is a Meyer lemon tree that a friend gave me this year. We have turmeric that we bring out to the garden every year. It comes out in the warm weather, and then in the colder weather it goes back into the house. Same with the lemongrass. Here we have Yukon Gold potatoes, and right next to it then we have some Norland Reds. I mean, these are a 90 to 100 day potato, so we're probably getting somewhat close to that, so I'm not really concerned that some of the greenery is dying back. My grandkids are going to be here with me for 2 weeks in July, so I'm hoping that we can harvest potatoes together and then maybe make our own potato chips. Again, here's some more turmeric. Not sure what I'm going to put in this pot yet, but we'll see. Asparagus. I think we've picked probably all this asparagus we're going to this year, so now it's just gone to fern. And then, you know, cut it back in the fall. Cilantro also, with the hot weather, is starting to go to seed. I'll start cutting that back, and then I'll replant again in August for additional fall harvest. These are beautiful Japanese sweet potato, purple sweet potato. I don't know if you knew this, but you can eat the leaves on this sweet potato plant. Are actually more nutritious than the sweet potato itself, and if you saute them up in some garlic and oil, they have like a spinach taste. Let's see. Yummy. I love my vegetables raw. All right, we got crazy little watermelon plant. I plant watermelon every year because watermelon is my husband's favorite fruit. I have yet to get one edible watermelon, so cross your fingers that this is going to be the year. You can see again the potatoes are getting droopy. This is, if you like Thai food and you like drunken noodle, this is that special. It's called holy basil. It's also very medicinal, but we make a ton of this every year, and then I blanch it and freeze it, and we use it for stir fries over the winter. Another watermelon plant. This side of the garden, this one and this one, are the small diamond, like the dark green small round ones. And over here we have a bed of assorted greens. We have premier kale, then we have, oh shoot, curly leaf kale, and then we have some arugula. Again, these are probably a week or 2 away from being pulled. We've been coming out here and harvesting like a big bowl every night, and then we have a bowl of raw greens with our dinner. Over here, shallots. This is a bed of shallots, and I interplanted a bunch of carrots as well. I heard that carrots and onions do very well together. So this bed is thriving, and I believe that's a leftover from a flower I planted last year. If I don't see something on it soon, I'll assume it's just a weed and pull it. All right, this bed has really been struggling. This was supposed to be all of my determinate tomatoes, or, you know, the tomatoes that only grow to a certain height. These were supposed to be all my sauce tomatoes. And then this is another special type of Thai basil that I planted for my husband. So I'm kind of concerned about these. I mean, they're, believe it or not, they're looking so much better. But I feel like, because these are brand new beds, I feel like I didn't add enough compost to the potting soil, and now I'm paying the price. So I'm hoping, you know, believe me, these are like night and day compared to what they were. So I'm hoping over the next few weeks they'll perk up and do something. I mean, this one here actually has a little flower on it. This one I think is the same soil issue. These are red onion. Anyone that knows me knows I hate onions, but my husband loves them, and so do my kids. So I love to grow things to give to people, and just so other people enjoy them. We got some cauliflower going here, actually handling the heat really well. Some cabbages. Again, it's just my husband and I here, so 6 cabbages and, you know, 3 cauliflower is plenty for us. This is another Thai vegetable my husband asked me to plant, and I'm trying to train it up this trellis. So looks like it's happening. You can see it's starting to climb. I just have to keep like picking up these and putting them up against the thing so they go up. This is 2 pots of ginger. Again, we let them grow out here during the warm weather, and then we take them in. Another bed of beans. I think this is mostly all contender. My grandsons helped me plant these as well. Okay. Unfortunately, these peppers are going through the same issues as the tomatoes. You know, everything that I read and all the people I follow on Facebook and Instagram use this soil, and I've heard great things about it. I guess, again, I should have been a little more proactive, because they're alive, but they're not thriving. And a very good friend of mine at work gave me all these pepper plants. I'm going to put them in the ground probably one night this week after work. Then over here we have, I believe this is shoot, I don't know if it's a loofah. I think this is a loofah. Yeah, I planted for my husband a Thai loofah. And then we have Boston pickling cucumbers, and then I'm sure I'm going to say it wrong, Abeit, A-B-E-I-T also. I have some extra space here. You can see where things didn't germinate, where I'll be adding some more seeds. You want to, you know, have your cucumbers staggered so that you're getting production all season long. This is actually Thai cucumber. Oh, this is also a loofah. This is actually Thai cucumber, and then on the end here is cucamelons, which I planted them for the first time last year. They're freaking awesome. They look like little teeny tiny watermelons. They have a tiny sourness to them. But what a joy just to grab them and snack on them while we're in the garden. And again, my husband and I eat a lot of Thai food, so we eat a lot of spicy food. So it's important, you know, that we have greens and stuff on the side to balance out all that spicy, like curries and things like that. Snow peas and snap peas. I mean, come on. Everybody's looking a little bit stressed because of the heat, but these things we've been getting like a handful or 2 every day for like the last week or so, which again, we're just putting in a platter of raw veggies that we eat with our dinner. We'll see how much longer they last, because, you know, peas don't really enjoy hot weather either. This whole row of tomatoes, boop, 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 boop. I don't know, I think there's like 20, are all of the determinate tomatoes. So you could see I have these poles set up, and then from pole to pole I've stretched a cable, or I should say my husband has stretched a cable because he's much stronger than me. And then we have these strings that hang on the cable, and then as the tomatoes grow, we just wrap them around the cable. So then they grow straight up, and not the most attractive way to grow them, but it's the most efficient, because then of course we go in and anything, you know, that's a sucker, we pull off. And so they grow mostly just on the main stem. Okay, so that's that. And you know, by the end of the season or by mid-season, this whole arbor is like totally loaded with leaves and veggies. And I love to put my hammock under here and take a nap in the afternoon. All right, more Thai veggies. Long bean. Some of these are green long beans, some of these are red. Then over here, this is probably one of my favorite Thai vegetables. It's a squash that we use in a lot of soups and curries. You could see too, again, because of the weird weather, there's a lot of empty spaces, so I'll be adding more seeds here as well over the next week or so. All right, now we have, oh, this winged bean looks so sad. So we have winged bean, Chinese bitter melon, and then we have the Indian dark green bitter melon. I am not a bitter melon fan. I know it has like a lot of properties that are supposed to be really good for you, blah, 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 but if I can't eat it, it's not gonna help me. And it's just too bitter for me. All right, coming to the back, we have grapes. My grapes are struggling. I mean, you can see there are grapes on here. It has been getting grapes for the last few years, but it also has some kind of fungus. I don't know if you could see that, where it makes the grapes and then at a certain point they just turn black and fall off. So I have been treating these regularly with a copper fungicide to try to destroy that fungus, and I'm just going to keep doing it, and hopefully it'll have an impact and they'll grow next season. These are my strawberry beds. I have 3. Not getting a lot of strawberries this year. Last year it was amazing. I got like 10 gallons. But again, I've heard that strawberries should be replanted after 3 years. And somebody gave me a bunch of strawberry plants last year. They were white strawberries, and I added them to these beds. I don't really like them because of the color. I don't really know when to pick them. I'm so used to looking for red berries that normally by the time I find the white ones, they're past the point where I want to eat them anywhere. And this is my herb garden. So this is probably 6 or 7 different herb varieties, growing really well. Due for a pruning, obviously, but I'm super happy with the progress. They're one of the things in the garden that hasn't really seemed to be affected by this weird weather. Hopefully it remains that way. But that's it. I mean, here's the bees again. You can see they're right behind the garden in the back. Tomatoes. I mean, look at, we got some flowers on the tomatoes. All right, oh, this one needs, see, we're just gonna keep wrapping it. And what happens is with these, once the tomato reaches the top, I can unhook that hook and release some of the string, and then what'll happen is the tomatoes will lean out so that they can grow taller, even though, you know, the string has already reached the top. So, I mean, if you like this, let me know. I'll try to keep posting updates. I mean, I just finished doing a major weeding over the weekend, so this is probably the best my garden has looked since the start of the season. It's weeded, it's clean, it's neat. Everybody's had the attention that they need. It's not always going to be that way, but if you want, I'll keep posting and we could take it from there. Have a great week.